Welcome to Strange and Mysterious World, Season 5, Episode 4. Tonight we are going to be doing our remote viewing session as promised a couple of weeks ago. This is going to be our own remote viewing session. We've been given coordinates. I gave Will some coordinates, he gave me some coordinates. We're going to be doing some readings. Hopefully we got close to where we should be. And we're going to be chatting about the Danny Jones podcast, which was very, very interesting with regards to alien contact.
No, he was talking to James Fox, the documentary maker. He made Into the Blue. I Know What I Saw. The Virginia story. What is it called? It's one of the program he made. Probably the most prominent UFO documentaries ever made. And it's about the Virginia case because he went in. I mean, he's been doing the Virginia case the whole time. What is it? It was Contact, or what? I got to remember the name, but it's about the Virginia case of those girls seeing the aliens, and then that the fire department coming in, the one guy caught an alien, had it on his lap, it scratched him. He died of infection.
Yeah.
But the neuroscientist, because in that film he wanted to film but he's been trying to get the surgeon to come forward to what he saw, and he eventually he's come forward and told him.
Right.
Anyway, and also the coordinates we did were about what's going to happen this year, 2026, like our annual prophecies of what are the major events in certain countries.
Maybe we'll do one every few months just to see how far we get. We'll keep you updated as the year goes by if anything like that happens with those things.
Yeah.
But anyway, I gave William 6 numbers. Obviously, with being in the business that he couldn't do all 6 numbers, so he's managed to do 4 of the numbers, and then I did 2 of the numbers that Will sent me. So we're gonna match. We're gonna match and match.
I only gave you 2 numbers.
Match and make up. Yeah, I gave it 2. We're gonna match and make up and see how close we actually get to A, the country, and B, what's going on. So, you being the most, I'm gonna give you the start. You're gonna start. So, 6828-112-1121. What did you get there? What was your thoughts? What did you feel?
Okay, so this is I'm doing the David Morehouse one from David Morehouse. Me and Lee both did a David Morehouse remote viewing course.
Yeah.
And so this is his. It's like the standard. It's like the one that's kind of Swan made for the CIA. Basically that structure. And also David Morehouse worked for the CIA, and he came out of that remote viewing program, and he started teaching it. So this is the method we used.
Okay.
I can't remember what is it called. Is it coordinated remote viewing, or is it associated remote viewing, or is it whatever? This is the one we use. So here's my thing. Here's my ideogram. Here's the number.
Yeah.
And what? Okay. So I felt like something was like soft, spongy, wet.
Wet.
And then right off the. I mean, like even before I started even going into feeling, trying to see if it was a structure or a natural thing. I just started getting images of like an airplane, and a balloon, like a balloon. What do you call it? Like a hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon. Okay.
And then so I mean, it was a analytical overlay because but it was a balloon, so I wrote balloon and airplane. So it was really bad, this session. So I was just. I was getting distracted and I was stressed because I had to run off somewhere, so I just ended the session.
Yeah.
The next day I came back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came back to it, and the same thing. Like I got it was man-made and it was land, something to do with land.
Yeah.
And I was getting these funny like structures like this. And it was like a dome thing. See, and then obviously my analytical mind, I start thinking I think it's the Sydney Opera House, because this is what I'm getting in my head. So, but I didn't even write I did write so then I was getting like these structures, and then I just thought, maybe it's an igloo.
Okay.
So I wrote igloo. So,
okay.
So, but I mean, maybe it's the Sydney Opera House. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with man-made. Okay, and then So then I got okay, then obviously stage two, I'm just running all this, like, just getting clear in my mind. And then I started getting a guy in like a red thing in the snow. He's like he's just like, he's in snow, he's wearing a red thing.
Yeah.
And it seemed very scientific. It was like these towers,
Okay.
some kind of scientific exploration or discovery in a very cold place.
Okay.
So that's what I got.
So you're saying there's going to be a discovery of some sorts in this place?
Yeah, or like a discovery or something scientific that's going on, like they're gonna test for something really.
Okay.
I don't think it was a discovery, it was just more like they had to do some research. Then there
Scientific
was the
research. Okay. Yeah.
I got I got the word Argentina, but like the thing is, um, like I don't there's no snow in Argentina, so I don't know what, or maybe Argentina's gonna go to the snowy place, wherever it's gonna be. It's maybe, or maybe it's going to snow. I don't know. I just got Argentina. So, who knows what that is. Okay, so then, I don't know. Actually, I wish I got some kind of like, it looks like I don't know, like I guess I know what it was. It was like a bush, but I couldn't see because there was something flying behind it, but it was covered by, something. So I don't know if they're gonna look whatever they're looking for. It's gonna be masked by something. I couldn't see it or something like that.
Okay.
That's the problem. And then I carried on going. To make sure this is on the same thing. Then I don't know. I just got like lines and squares. I think this is when I started just losing the signal because I mean, if you see all of these funny like lines going to a square and squiggly lines like that, and then I think I just went AWOL and I got like a rose and a guy diving into some water, like a diving board and swimming. Swimming, what did I say here? Swimming record. Probably going to get a swimming record.
Okay.
Oh, so maybe there's two things that happen there. Something to do
So,
with swimming.
okay. So in this country, there's going to be some sort of search or research that they're doing, and then there's going to be something to do with swimming, some sort of swimming record, or maybe holding your breath. Where do they hold their breath when they're training for records, or where they're doing those type of things?
No, I think it's swimming. It's just a swimming
Swimming.
thing, like diving into a swimming pool. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, something to do with
So
water.
yeah, I'm do swimming.
Okay.
Maybe they're going to break a swimming record in the Olympics or something. I don't know, or some swimming race.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So then what country was that?
Okay. The first one was France.
Okay, so something to do with France. Okay, cool. So
Okay.
only in a year's time we can check back and see if there's anything that happened there in France.
Okay. So
Next.
France. Okay. Second
Okay,
one.
so
23914171.
okay, so
But you don't have to
okay,
show me the
so
pictures. It's fine. You can just kind of tell me what you.
okay, so I also got something wet, spongy, tall,
Yeah.
bright. Oh gosh, I can't even read what I wrote here. It says natural land.
Okay.
Okay, and then so it was cliff, something to do with a cliff, and cliff, and started getting stuff about like construction around a cliff. See here the guy with the construction hat, and then here they're building something like construction, but it's in the rain. Construction.
So
And
what about the cliff? Have they found something there? Are they kind of digging something out, or are they building something there? What's the?
so then I started getting images of a cave.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I thought maybe if they're building something underground, a cave, or I mean, there was a lot of water, so I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't. If there's any significant thing around oh, but then look, is this the same one? Let's check. Oh, okay, so then this was what got quite interesting. So then there was like a big explosion, like some kind of air crash into a structure.
Shit. Okay.
So maybe it was, I don't know if it was the thing I was. Oh, so then I wrote your conclusion. Okay, so the conclusion was there was going to be like a mudslide or an avalanche
Okay.
and an air crash.
Avalanche, air crash. So some sort of A, natural disaster, and B, like a man-made disaster.
No, but I mean
Okay. Okay.
that's like saying you're going to have a bath tomorrow. You know, it's like, I mean, obviously every single country in the world is going to have a natural disaster and a fucking
No, but you were specific. You
yeah.
actually said landslide, so that's pretty cool. Okay,
Okay.
landslide and an air crash of some sorts, or aviation
Avalanche.
crash.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I drew a helicopter. So maybe let's see if the helicopter. What does it say there? Helicopter crash. Yeah, I wrote a helicopter crash. Okay.
Okay, helicopter crash. Okay.
So what? Okay. So what
Country.
was that?
That was the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Awesome.
All right. So what's the next one?
11173212.
That's fine. I'm holding. Okay. So this one I just went rogue. I didn't even do the stage 1 and 2. I went just straight into stage 3.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mix it up. I said, let me just try. Let me just try something different. So anyway, so I got like some kind of boat, like the front end of a boat,
Okay, yeah.
and then water running through like these tubes.
Okay.
And then I just was getting images of somebody getting shot.
Oh shit, okay.
Shot.
Yeah.
It looked like a old roller door or something, and a whistle.
They look like stairs, but okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a police whistle, like a sport or whatever. I got a tank.
Some military, okay.
Military stuff, and like I don't know what this is. So this whatever that is.
Looks like a bit of a hut of some sorts.
Yeah, that was
So you got for this place, yeah, you got a kind of there's gonna be some sort of military action, maybe somebody getting shot in this area.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay, that was
What country is that?
that was Jamaica.
Okay.
Okay. And
All right, then
your last one?
Oh gosh,
82163121.
All right, so yeah, this one was funny because like I couldn't really get anything, but I was getting these images. I'll just show you. So I said it was I mean look, I was getting like explosions, right? Explosions, like explosion picture.
Okay.
Explosion picture here, people running away.
Some sort
Then
of
I was getting like this crown image, like a crown. Well, I don't know if it was a crown or whatever, but it was like this thing that had things around the edges and then arches inside it.
okay.
And then kind of going up like this. I don't know if it's I mean, you know, if I had to analytically analyze it, it would be a volcano, you know,
Okay.
a volcano, like a volcano. But then then I'd get more like images like this. But I don't know if that's like a royal kind of, and then something like this. It looked like it was a nice Templar cross and a emblem going up like that.
Okay. That's interesting, yeah.
And then something like, I mean, see, that's the thing, almost the same as the last image, but kind of like, I don't know if it's like, yeah, I don't know if that's like a royalty thing or like a top of a building or, geez, who knows? I didn't really get much. See, I'm not very good at it, but that's the.
Okay. So before I tell you what country that is, let me ask you a question. Yeah. So the Knights Templar image that came up, where's the feeling of that country?
Geez, when I think of the Knights Templar, I just think of like Scotland and England and Where did they eventually
No,
go?
no,
Portugal.
that's kind of where they are now. Anyway,
Portugal.
that was very interesting there, Will. Okay, so you've kind of got some sort of
So,
explosion, some sort of war going on there. That's what it sounds like. The Knights Templar thing is quite interesting because it's actually in Germany, this country.
oh,
Okay, so now
okay.
the reason why I say that's interesting is because Germany is very close to the Ukrainian and Russian issues that's going on there. Okay, and we know very, very clearly that Hitler's whole design was to try and get the whole Knights Templar thing up and running. With his when his guys under him were trying to, like Heinrich Himmler and all those guys, they were actually building a whole the Knights of the Round Table. They were trying to redo that, the Knights Templar.
Mm.
So that was very interesting. I thought that thing that you saw there was actually pretty good viewing.
Okay, cool.
That was cool.
It'll be interesting to see what happens at the end of the year.
Yeah, so there's going to be
So
in your
this-
thing, there's going to be a bit of cut coming in Germany. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, look, like those pictures that I drew kind of look like the tops of those Russian buildings.
Yeah.
They always look like mosques, like they've got that funny dome on the top.
One of the colored domes, the one that's there in Moscow.
Yeah, so that's whenever I think of Russia, I think of, so maybe that is because it looks like the tops of those buildings, those images I drew. Maybe it's something to do with Germany and Russia.
Okay, so they're going to be having an art again. Okay, that's quite interesting. All right, cool. And then on my side, I had the two. I kind of so what I did something a little bit different. I went straight into a meditation session, and then the first one I actually did the ideogram, but I was getting nothing at all. So I stopped, and then I kind of relaxed, and then I went away, had a cup of water, came back, and then I sat down in the meditation again, and then I started getting images. So and I'll let you know. So I didn't do the same thing that you did. I didn't go through that whole Morehouse thing. I got impressions in my head. So I'm just going to give you the impressions that kind of came to me. So the first number that you gave me, it was weird. For me, it seemed wherever this place was, it was very hot. So it was either in Asia or Africa, but it seemed hot, and it seemed like the guys were struggling for water. I don't know if it's going to be a drought. I don't know if there's going to be, you know what I mean? But it seemed like my mouth was dry. So it seemed like wherever this was, there's either a lot of desert, or there's going to be a major water shortage in this place.
Okay.
I saw a flag that had a yellow stripe, and it seemed to have I don't know if this country is going to have anything to do with it, but it seemed to have it almost reminded me of Vietnam type thing. There was like a weird sort of cross or star in the middle of the flag, not a cross, a star.
Okay, wait, let's look at.
I don't know if that country is going to have something to do with this country, or if it is that country, but it seems to be, it's fucking hot. There's no water.
Yellow star or yellow stripe?
Yellow stripe, and there is a star, and I don't know if this country is this country that's got the star. I don't know if it's that country, or if there's going to be a country that's involved that's got the star.
One star.
One star. Yeah, I just saw one star, one big star. And it was very dry, very, very dry. And I don't know if the people are suffering from could be a heavy desert region where I was, but it just felt like people were running out of water. So wherever this place is, it's going to be a lack of water. That's kind of what my feeling is.
So I wrote, what major event will happen in the United States of America in the year 2026? That was my
USA. Okay.
So, but I mean, there could be, there's a lot of America that's got desert in it.
Yeah.
So, so they might have a water restriction there. So then the flags that have a yellow stripe and a star in it.
Yeah.
So there is Ghana, Cameroon, Nauru.
What about anywhere like in South America or one of those places? Is there any countries that have got those type of flags?
So yeah, maybe.
What about Venezuela? What flags does Venezuela have?
It's got a white stripe at the top. I mean, a
Yeah.
yellow stripe at the top, and then it's kind of got like a rainbow,
Okay,
kind of
what's
like
in the
half
middle?
moon
What's in the middle?
star stars. Yeah.
Uh, Okay. All right. I only
So it's
saw
got like
one star. I saw one star in the yellow stripe, but I didn't see anything else. So um,
why do you think Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know because I know that they went and I know USA went and stole their president.
Oh wow, geez.
They asked the president there. So I don't know if anything's coming from that. But yeah, there's I felt that this country, so in America, I think there's going to be a water shortage, dude.
Okay,
And that's coming
interesting.
here. Hmm. Like heavily.
So what's the next one? Hit us with the next one.
The next one I got a completely opposite. So completely opposite, where it was like ice cold. And I promise you, it was, it was when I was sitting down, I was doing this thing, my back got iced. I felt cold, dude. It was like really, really cold. So I don't know if there's going to be some sort of, um, some Arctic storm or some fucking shit that's coming. I don't know, but, or blizzard or something that's going to like really turn bad. But I couldn't really get the country there. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel what the country was. I tried to keep seeing the flag, but I couldn't see anything. But it was like a complete opposite to what I
Well,
have been
it's so
seeing.
funny because it's Iceland.
Oh, really?
Look at this. There's the
Dude, it
proof
was
here.
so
Look.
fucking cold, dude. I was like,
Iceland. What is the significant event? It will happen in Iceland in the
yeah.
year 2026. So well done. So there's going to be a blizzard in Iceland. Probably like
But
what they
dude,
have.
no, no,
That's the
I'll get
major
more.
event.
I'll get more to that. But it was when I sat down, I can't say my back got so cold, dude, that I thought, fuck, I'm either somewhere where it's very cold, like the North Pole or something, but I couldn't get the country. But it's fucking hectic, or it's somewhere where there is going to be major cold, where you can't fucking even go outside. It's so fucking cold. So now I've been to Iceland, yeah. So the only stuff that I really got from Iceland was there seems to be I got some boats sinking. Um, and there seems to be perhaps maybe uh, it was a pirate ship though, but maybe a ship anyway that seemed to be sinking. So maybe there's going to be some sort of naval issue that's going to happen there, and things are happening are going to kind of sink. Maybe there's a war that's going to happen, and the ships are going to sink in that area. Maybe
Oh,
between,
wow.
maybe because I know that stuff with Greenland's coming. So there's got to be a whole big thing there as well, and that's quite close to Iceland. So, in my opinion, then so Iceland, okay, cool. But I couldn't get the country there, but I knew it was fucking cold. That's all. Um, so Iceland, then I see there's going to be some sort of naval catastrophe. So ships are going to sink. I don't know whether it's their ships or other ships, but there's going to be a massive fucking sinking of ships in Iceland.
Nice.
Hmm.
Well done, dude. You're actually really good at it. I mean, I remember when we were practicing together this remote viewing, you got really cool data. I mean, like every single time. I mean, that one you got of that man in a glass cage. And not a glass cage in a glass box. Like you actually saw a guy in a glass box, and then
Yeah.
that's what the target was. It was this guy, some monk or something in a glass box, like
Yes,
in a
100%. Yeah.
tomb or whatever. And I mean, you got that like spot on. I mean, you're really good at man. I wish you did the six and I just did two because I think it sucks.
But I
Let me
remember the
find
one
out.
there was actually it was so clear because I saw there was like I don't know if you remember this one there, but I drew it looked like lines and then I drew like these little like V flags. And I thought it might be a party or something because there's a lot of these flags like they're hanging down. And it was actually in Tibet where you've got those flags hanging off of the temples.
Yeah, I mean, you are really good at it, really. And I mean, if I had such good accuracy like that, I'd be so obsessed. I'd be like remote viewing every day.
No, but the
But
problem
you
is
just seem to
I don't, so it's not that I get bored. It's just that I don't have anyone to do it with. You know what I mean? That's why I joined Laurie Williams because I know you're on her site as well. And I joined and I thought that might be able to just push me a little bit to kind of get it going. But I haven't done it literally since we last did it the last time. And that's going back, what, about 8, 9 months ago. But then we were doing it every day. I mean, we were sending stuff every day. I was getting the hang of it, but I think we kind of just lost track and lost it a little bit.
Okay,
But
well, maybe we should send you more.
yeah, all right. So take note. So um, we've got Germany. So Wall says there's going to be some sort of issue with Germany, perhaps with Russia. That's going to be starting now 2026. Okay, so this is not going in the future. This we're gonna set the dates for 2026. We're gonna say it's going to happen now. Germany's going to get involved somehow, and there's going to be a lot of explosions and bombs and all sorts of shit in Germany. Um, you mentioned that there was going to be some sort of research or discovery, perhaps in France, that these guys might figure out, or something that's there, but they can't quite see it, but there's something there. Maybe they're looking for
Yeah.
something, but and it'll be quite well known that they're looking for it, but they can't quite find it, but it is there. Okay, whatever it is that they're looking for. There's some sort of construction of sorts or uncovering of sorts in the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. They might find some sort of cave or something that's of quite significance that's got something in it. Either the guys are trying to construct around it or trying to construct into it and take out whatever's there. So Congo, people are going to find something in the Congo. Don't know what it is. Could be natural gas, could be whatever, but something's going to happen in the Congo. Okay, from your
Yeah.
side. Um, and
Natural.
and
It
then in
was also going to be.
Jamaica, yeah, you're going to have some sort of military, whether it's a military incursion or whether they like gearing up for something that's coming. But there seems to be something that's going to be happening in Jamaica. From our side, there seems to be some sort of water shortage, or some sort of drought or something that's happening in America where people are going to struggle to get water this year. There is something going forward more to do with Venezuela. I don't know what, or maybe Venezuela. That's kind of what we're picking up now with the color of the flag and the stars. Um, so something else that's going to happen there with them. I'm not 200% sure of that. And then, yeah, Iceland. Iceland looks like there's going to be some sort of military, naval, whether it's an incursion or whether people are gathering or whatever, their ships there. But there's got to be a lot of sinking. So whatever, whatever it is, that's our predictions for this 2026.
Okay, cool.
All right. So the Danny Jones podcast, very, very interesting. Every time we think that this whole UFO story is dying down, because every time something kind of gets into Congress and then it's the hearings and then it's this and then it's that and then there's a big hype about it and everybody's like, oh wow, God, that's fantastic. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden something else happens.
Closure's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's like there's a war with this one, a war with that one, and this one goes and steals the president from Venezuela, and this one, this one. You know what I mean? So there's always like a distraction of some sorts. But this this podcast was absolutely awesome. Um, this neurosurgeon that's these guys are going to be having on the documentary, apparently that's busy being made, um, confirms that they were dealing with aliens.
Yeah, and also the thing is, James Fox, he's trying to bring that guy in because he's organizing another national hearing,
Yeah.
and he's bringing that surgeon in. And in the Danny James podcast, he actually talks about how the process he's gone through to get that guy, to get the head of police, from all the guys from the Virginia case into America to like.
But they keep
confess
denying.
in front of
They keep denying the passports and
Yeah,
visas.
they denied all the passports for like no reason. They're just like, no, you guys are not coming. So now, then James Fox got a lawyer involved, and
Yeah.
and then eventually he found out the guy's actually like half Italian. So then he tried to like get his Italian passport, but the Italian passport had expired. So he's like reissuing it. So he's trying his hardest, and the Americans don't want him to get into they don't want any of these guys in the country. I mean, it's pretty
But it's
straightforward to get an American passport. I mean, I
They've
got
got
one.
plan B.
Also.
They've got plan B. Plan B is to go to Brazil.
They can't confess in front of Congress in Brazil, can they?
I don't know if they get some congressman out into Brazil and that they can, different country, they can congress. If Americans
But
don't want them there, then they can do it in another country.
But anyway, it was a highly fascinating. I mean, the thing is, I've listened to so many of those interviews and I get so bored because nothing really happens. It's the same bloody story of they saw this, they saw that, and someone did that, and they whatever. But I mean, this one, I don't know, it just was it James Fox's experience of being like an investigated journalist, whatever you want to call it, like a documentary filmmaker, and like his whole like his experiences of making these documentaries and what he had to go through and what happened and how many years it's to take to get this witness and how, you know, like in the situations he's been in. He goes through all of that in the interview. It really is like it's I mean, if anybody that's been into this as long as us, we get so bored of like these interviews. It's just like another one of these interviews. Like even in that one, they actually interviewed. They started talking about what is his name now? This one guy, he was actually recently on the Joe Rogan podcast, also speaking about his alien experiences, and he's also a military guy, like a high level military guy. And I went to go watch that interview, and I got bored like 10 minutes into it because I'm like, oh, I know the story, and I saw the light, and then I did this, but this one is really, I mean, I really highly recommend it to the viewers if you guys. It's
Yeah,
really
because I mean,
interesting.
they were talking about the what was it? What was the incident? Not the Florida lights. What was it? What was
Phoenix Light.
Phoenix lights? They're chatting about the Phoenix lights and how many people actually witnessed it. How many? There were spans, dude. Even congressmen that witnessed it, and they were like boomerang-shaped aircraft. And he also mentioned
Yeah,
about, you know, they were saying, oh, yeah, these UFOs must land on the White House before anybody believes it. But then they had that flap over 3 days where there were UFOs seen, lights seen over
yeah,
Washington.
it was a huge military.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's
which was
also when
scary,
people
dude.
tell me, it's so funny when people bring up that thing. They're like, "Oh, well, why did they just come and land on the White House lawn?" I mean, imagine
Actually
us,
did almost.
imagine, how fucking scary that would be. I mean, especially like what's going on in America. I mean, of course they'll get blown to pieces. But anyway, when people say that, like, oh, why doesn't it just come and land on the the White House lawn? It's like they tried to, but they got fucking scared. The president sent out fighter jets. It was a massive thing. Like for 3 days, as you said, they kept on sending fighter jets out to go and like intercept these things because they didn't know where they were from. They were showing unpeculiar flight patterns of like things that they never seen before in their lives. There was like weird. They were scrambling the fighter jets like machinery. Like the fighter jets couldn't even go near them because they kept on getting scrambled. It was a huge like thing. Like it was so. They actually did. They tried to land on the lawn, but it's obviously bad.
Yeah, and then
So it's so stupid when people say that. It's like, yeah, well, they did, they tried.
and there's quite an interesting story about the three girls actually that were interviewed with regards to seeing that alien presence, and that one girl that got that because when this alien they remember they were walking through these like I can't remember if it was like corn or wheat. They were walking through these fields and they came across this crashed site or this alien crash site, almost like in the wall. And there was a body line there, and the girls that were there didn't realize it, and they saw something moving, and the one girl got entranced by the alien that was there, and the other two ran away. And she was
Yeah,
so entranced, the other two came back because they realized they'd left her behind, and they came back to see where she was, and she was still like entranced. And she says that she got
yeah,
a message from the alien to say, "Don't worry, it's okay. Either leave and leave me now, or help me." As well, it was communicating with her. I would have fucking helped, dude. They ran away, obviously, they left her, and she actually to this day says she wonders what would have happened had she actually helped. She should have. She's saying she should have actually
yeah,
helped.
yeah. Yeah, she's like got regrets.
I would have, dude.
Uh,
Without a
probably.
doubt, I would have helped.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's really interesting what that neurosurgeon said. He said, no, he came in there, the thing was on the bed, it was sitting there, and he described it as like a gray alien. But it's
Mm.
also what's interesting about the Virginia case is like everyone said that the aliens were like sort of like gray aliens,
But
like
they
the
had
typical
violet in
gray.
colors eyes.
But they said that it had red eyes and it
Yeah.
stunk like sulfur, like it was so smelly that even when that guy grabs it and they had it in the hospital, that smell stayed in the hospital for days afterwards.
Mm.
Like that stench it was like a pneumonia. They
Yeah.
said it would stay in the back of your throat, like for days.
Yeah.
And even that guy that got scratched, the the surgeon that was trying to treat him for the bacteria said he's never ever seen. He threw everything, every single thing to kill bacteria that he's never seen an infection that showed such resilience to every kind of thing to kill bacteria. He's never seen it before in his life.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is that then the neuroscience surgeon said he came and they called him in to come and to see this alien, like to see like take its vitals and see if it was okay, whatever. And he said there was no smell. He said there was no red eyes.
Yeah.
He said it was a gray alien. He said a teardrop shaped face, like teardrop eyes, bigger head.
Yeah.
He said it was very calm. It just kind of looked at him. It looked out the window, then like looked at him, and it was completely calm and didn't show any sign of fear. But yeah, so that's interesting because that kind of goes against sort of what the other guy said.
But what they were saying, perhaps, because remember as well, where this thing was captured was very hot. It was like hot and humid, and they were reckoning that it's possible that whatever, like we sweat when it's hot, maybe whatever it was excreting had the sulfur stink smell, while it was sweating and fearful and whatever. And obviously when it got into this kind of
there's like
conditions,
there's a few theories about that because like some people say that, or other abductees and other people that think, say that they've been abducted and they've, what is it, the fourth encounter, fifth encounter, the fifth kind, or whatever, when you interact with the aliens, they said that they, like we go take a shit to discrete hour or whatever we eat, they actually discrete it through their skin.
Okay.
So it's like that smells actually like it taking a shit through its skin. That's the one theory. Then the other theory is like, well, what I think it is that airplane crashed, or whatever, they've a UFO, whatever crashed.
Yeah.
And that stuff was actually their fuel. I reckon it was something on board that got on them. And that's why they had red eyes, and that's why they were stinking. And it was like, because that whatever was on that ship got on them. Because even the guy in that movie, the Virginia case, like, what is this, First Contact, or whatever it's called, when James Fox interviews the guy that saw the plane that crashed, he took him back there, and you see it in the video, and the guy gets very emotional and breaks down and cries or whatever. And I mean, I thought, and some people say that's amazing, but I thought it was a little bit, maybe it was a bit put on or something. But anyway, he said that it smelled really bad at the crash site. He said it was stinky. That smell was at the crash site.
Yeah.
You could smell it. So that's why I thought, okay, the thing must have crashed, whatever was on board, the fuel or whatever they were carrying, or it got on them.
But there's another theory, and this is a bit of a darker side theory, which I kind of know from all this bloody stuff when we chat to people that, priests that do exorcisms, and you go into the religious side of stuff. Apparently demons, when they've been in and around the house, or they're close by, smell like sulfur.
Yeah, but they didn't say it was sulfur. They said it was pneumonia.
Okay.
But yeah, I know about that. Yeah, that's actually it's an interesting thing because also, that could be the whole, like old what is that lady that does the religious studies? She wrote that book, American Cosmic. Pasulka.
Mm.
I mean, she was saying that she looked through the archive at the Vatican, and like the people in the thousands of years ago, priests and nuns, what they were witnessing were gray aliens, and they were interpreting them as demons or angels, or like depending on what kind of. So, I mean, that's actually a very possibility that that's what the demons in the Bible are. They're fucking gray aliens.
100% possible, dude. And the other thing is as well, what people have said, again, this is just theories, when portals open and close, because you're opening a space-time rip, it creates like an ozone smell. So you get that sulfuric, ozony smell. So it's probably portals when they're open, and these things coming through, and then that's what people are smelling. So yeah, it's very, 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 very possible that is the case.
But anyway, guys, you should definitely go look at the Jenny Jones podcast with James
It was
Fox.
362, I think, episode 362. Oh, yeah.
Let me check here. Yeah, number 364.
364, sorry. 364, yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah, it was very, 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 very interesting, very good. Actually got me hyped up again for the whole UFO thing.
Yeah, I know, it's got me excited as well. And I'm really hoping that that Congress thing gets pulled. It's actually supposed to be, didn't he say it was supposed to happen on, I just checked, so this was in Jan. Yeah, but I think he said it's going to happen in December. Okay, don't quote me on that about the Congress thing with the neuroscience and neurosurgeon and all that.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, cool, man. Let me go and watch old Alex Arnold climb the building in Taiwan.
Wow, what's happening there?
On Netflix, man. You know, the guy Alex Arnold is actually one of my favorite oaks because I used to do a lot of climbing, indoor rock climbing. And this oak is a climber. He did that free solo. He did that award-winning when he was doing El Capitan without rope.
Well, the one that's called solo, or the one that's the Dawn
free
Wall,
solo.
or
It's called free solo, where you
free
climb
solo.
without ropes, without anything. So you die there, you're dead, dude. There's no.
I mean, no, when you fall. Not if you die there, you're dead. If you fall, you're dead.
You're dead.
You die, dead.
You die.
It's like that doom. Spray this on the cockroach. It kills them. Well, it kills them dead.
Well, it actually doesn't. It takes about half an hour before that. But anyway. Yeah, there's a Netflix one out where he's now climbing the building. I think it's in Taiwan. That very, very tall building that he's climbing on the outside.
No solo.
Yeah, no ropes, no nothing.
Without ropes.
Without ropes, without anything. He's climbing.
Oh my fuck. Okay. Well, let's just hope he's okay.
Yeah. So
but,
go watch that.
Talking about doom, like, sorry, this is just a funny story. When I was doing that UFO documentary, the one that you and that hopefully comes out sometime. I keep on talking about it. It's like what, been 5 years. But anyway, I was talking to the police officer that craft that landed in Loxton, the Loxton landing.
Yeah.
The guy that was the main witness, the police officer, was his friend, and he went to go and see where this thing landed, and he gave him all detail. And he also helped the CSR, what is it, the main guys in Pretoria, the scientists. This police officer brought them and showed them around where the thing landed or whatever. So I interviewed him for the documentary, but he was telling me this one story. He said he was working for Telkom before he was a police officer, and he was living in this caravan, and like they were having a night. They were drinking like teenagers drinking or whatever. And he said he took his glass of wine and he took the doom and he sprayed it in the wine, right? So it was like soaking like a thick layer of the
doom
on the wine, and he drank it.
Really?
And he said that night, because he was like showing off to his one friend or whatever. He was like, I don't know, they were having an argument. I don't know what the story, I can't remember, but he sprayed it and then he drank it.
Yeah.
And he said he went to bed that night, and he said he left his body and he went out of the caravan, and he said he could see like down onto the caravan, like caravan was small down there. And he was like shitting himself because he thought he died.
Oh shit. Okay.
So he full out of
I thought it was going to be another prophet of doom, because remember you had that there was that oak that was here in South Africa somewhere, one of these bloody pastors that was
he was spraying
people with doom. Yeah. I've called that
in their mouth, like what's it called, to give them deliverance, to execute the demons. He was spray doom in their mouth. Yeah, this is a true story. If you guys from America listening to this, that's a true story. That's what we do here in South Africa. Yeah, if you want an exorcism, you come here, we spray insect repellent in your mouth to get rid of the demons. Proven tactic, 100%.
Yeah.
Only issues, doom. But anyway, so he had that out of body experience, and I'm thinking, like, we've been trying to all those Monroe techniques and all of those out of body experience techniques for like years to try. We just should get the doom, dude. I don't know why we haven't thought of this before. We just get some wine, a glass of wine, a bottle of doom, solved.
Yeah, please don't.
It'll be the new technique. It'll be the new technique on the internet. Like, all these guys like saying, "Oh, have you tried the head technique? Have you tried the ladder technique? Have you tried the doom technique?"
Please don't try this at home. We do not endorse.
Okay, yeah, please. We do not endorse it, but we don't know.
Yeah,
well, actually, just put it in the comments. What's your experiences now? I'm just joking. Don't. Please don't.
No, please don't. Anyway.
Okay, so that's it.
Cool, buddy.
Hey, guys.
Lekker, man.
Was there.